Hi everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. I just wanted to just update you on some things I've added. I've been trying to do these tutorials really quickly based on what emails I'm getting from students. Let's just go pop right into this. Let me go into student view so you can see this here. All right, so I'm in as a student. Now we're going to go in what I've added to here to the course. Again, I don't want anybody to freak out. I mentioned this in a previous module, tips on how to develop critical thinking skills. Uh, please don't take this as an insult. This is to help you specifically with this course because of the uh, amount of critical thinking that you'll need to utilize in order to be successful with the discussion questions. So this resource here is a lot. It's from the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy, and it goes on to talk about specific critical thinking skills. But I really want you to pay attention to, yeah, it has a nice introductory statement here, but here are all the links that you will need within this section here to develop critical thinking skills. So, for example, it goes on to talk about, let's see, the process of thinking critically. So again, here is a link here about when you analyze these case studies or initial discussion postings, which are case studies, and then you're given mini case studies in your tests. Some things to take into consideration when you're doing this. Remember, I gave you a nice introductory, or I gave you a nice YouTube video that does specifically discuss how to go about analyzing the case studies. But this also gives you another perspective on how you can utilize those higher critical thinking skills as well. Okay, so let's go back. Another section I've added, I had 2 emails come through this morning about APA formatting. This course does not have papers, so I don't need to stress about it. But so what I did was I copied this whole section from another course that I teach. That it's a course in the fall. It's RET 4715 Advanced Neonatal Medicine. So this is what this course will run in the fall. But I just essentially copied over this entire section and quickly made it a sub module within this section here. It gives you like a sample APA formatting paper, but I don't want you to worry about this so much. What you're going to worry about for this section is when you do your initial discussion postings, you're going to use this here, how to do citations. All right, so it's going to automatically take you to the Purdue Online Writing Lab. Excuse me, I have bad allergies. You'll notice here this page reflects the latest version of the APA publication manual, i.e. APA 7th, which is the 7th edition guidelines which were released in October of last year. I'm going to be honest with you guys, if you go ahead and you use, if you're accustomed to using 6th edition guidelines, just try to learn 7th edition. At the college within our program, we're currently transitioning from 6th to 7th edition. Some people are using the 7th edition guidelines. I'm being honest with you, I'm in school for my PhD. I'm still learning the 7th edition guidelines. I've got a decent grasp on them, but I don't feel really comfortable with it. So if you go ahead and mix up 6th and 7th edition, it's okay, don't stress about it. But what I would do is, especially for this fall, I would start to learn how to do some citations. Let's get rid of this here. Some things that you're going to learn here, you're going to utilize is if you list, when you reference a citation within a discussion posting, it's going to go ahead and give you, I don't know why this keeps coming up here, it's going to go ahead and give you how to actually cite within, number one, the paragraph, and how you actually cite it within the reference section within your initial posting. Again, you're going to use electronic sources predominantly, especially your evidence-based articles that are based on research. I like it when students use peer-reviewed research. I also like when students use original research articles or those from a meta-analysis research study, looking at several different studies at one time. I mean, I love those, but just Try to look up articles with original research, those with the meta-analyses, those that are legit from NIH, Medline Plus. Use your search engine, Syntal, the Medline as well, which are located within the library. If anyone feels the need for me to include the library tutorial on how to access these, different databases, let me know. I probably will just put that in this course because I already have it in all my other courses. Again, it's pretty much based on writing papers, but you're going to start to use this in your initial discussion postings, because if you looked at the rubric that's required, you have to cite in APA format within your initial discussion postings, okay? And then this lists, whatever type of reference you're using, whether it's a book, other print resources, it's web-based, it's whatever you're using. Go ahead and access these different resources here. And then also a quick link here, changes in the 7th edition format. Honestly, 7th edition formatting is a lot easier than APA 6th edition, trust me. It goes on to talk about all the changes that occurred within the formatting, especially with running headers. You no longer have running headers, it's just plain page numbers. Easy, especially when you write a paper, but we're not worrying about this for this course because there's no papers. So go ahead and familiarize yourself with this, with all these updates for upcoming classes. Some of you, this is your first course, so why don't you, when you get a moment, just start going through this section here. All right, so let's take you back to modules, and again, what I'll do is getting started in course information. I'll add a section here in reference to I'll add something that you'll get updated in Canvas on APA formatting as well. Again, I got to just pull it from another course as well, and I'll just add it here and you'll get an update. I won't do another tutorial. I'm trying to keep these brief, okay? All right, thanks everybody. Have a good day.